Welcome to Inside the Atlantic 10. Let's hit some news and notes going on around the conference. Starting with Dayton, the Flyers move on to the semifinal round in the Puerto Rico tip-off after defeating Texas A&M 55-53. Archie Miller's squad will face UConn in the semifinal matchup today, November 21st. And VCU had help from their guard, Jaquan Lewis, who returned after sitting out with a concussion that he suffered against Tennessee. The Rams beat Maryland East Shore 106-66, and Lewis scored 8 points and tacked on 2 assists. VCU has now won 22 in a row at home. And St. Joseph struggled against Gonzaga. The Zags beat the Hawks 94-42. We now welcome you to our Campus Insider studios. Hi, everyone. I'm Shae Peppler. And so to help us talk about how the Hawks can now bounce back is our St. Joe's insider, the voice of the Hawks, Matt Martucci. And Matt, a tough loss the other night to Gonzaga, losing by double figures. What did Phil Martelli point out to his squad that needs to improve for the Hawks now to rebound?
Well, Shae, I think the first thing that he pointed out, and you just pointed out in your statistics, that the ball didn't really go in the basket too much. And that's one of the things that they've been worried about basically since the start of the season. The fact that this was going to be a team that was athletic enough, but when you watch them at practice, your first question was going to be, how are they going to be able to score enough points? You're talking about a team that has 2 starters back from a 24-win season and lost 59% of its scoring between Langston Galloway, Ronald Roberts, Halil Kanisevic. So it's a younger team. It's a team that's going to go through some growing pains. So I think the message is you learn from that one. You take what you can take out of it, and you hope that going forward you get some better shooting nights. That was one of the best teams in college basketball, though, that they just saw potential Final Four team in the Zags.
Of course. Well, Matt, let's put that game behind us and let's look ahead now. St. Joe's next 4 games are either at home or on a neutral site. How will the Hawks capitalize on this advantage?
Well, first off, Shae, this is typically a student body that gets out to support its St. Joseph's Hawks. So they're lucky in that respect. It was packed to the gills, the student section, the first time around on Friday night in their opener against FDU. So obviously you hope that there'll be some good fan support. But number 2 is just lean on your leaders. Chris Wilson and DeAndre Bembry have been counted on as 2 of the top scorers here this year for St. Joseph's. So they're hoping to get better performances out of them. Bembry didn't really play well the other night. Obviously, Wilson didn't either. No one really shot the ball well. But looking at those guys, you hope that you get better performances out of them and that some of the guys that are a little bit younger follow suit. And they're also leaning on Aaron Brown, who's a transfer from West Virginia and has actually been one of their leading scorers so far. He's been a pleasant surprise coming off the bench.
Well, Matt, the Hawks have some time to improve before they face Villanova on the road on December 6th. That is Matt Martucci. Thank you so much for the insight. As always, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, Shae, thank you.
And for more surrounding the A-10 and all things college hoops, be sure to keep it clicking right here on CampusInsiders.com.